for joining me today for my review of the Ruger Mini 14 stainless steel version rifle. This gun here is basically the reason it's called a Mini 14 is it's a mini version of the M1A Grand. It's a scaled down version of that action. As you can see right here, it's very similar. It has a gas operated rotating bolt, exactly the same as the M1A. You do not have ammo clips, and this comes in the 223 caliber, as you can see right there. This gun has a wood stock with iron sights. It comes detachable mags. It comes with a 5-round, and you have available to you anywhere from 20 to 30, and I think there might even be drums available for this as well. It comes with an 18.5-inch barrel. The gun weighs 6 pounds 6 ounces. Overall length is 37.25 inches, and the velocity of the round is roughly 3,240 feet per second out of this gun. This particular rifle here I've owned for over 29 years now. The operation of it has been flawless. Not one single malfunction in those 29 years, and I'm looking at easily 5,000 to 8,000 rounds. I haven't kept count, that's just an estimate, somewhere in that range. Not one malfunction. I paid roughly about $470 for this rifle, including the B-square scope attachment and additional magazines. That was back in the day. In today's market, I believe the stainless version sells for roughly $900. It is still well worth the price. So needless to say, this one is in fact a Gen 1 version, and by that you can tell that the barrel right here is straight through. There's no tapered hump right here in the barrel. There'd be a little bit of expansion for a Gen 2. From what I've seen on the internet, they comment that the Gen 1s are not very accurate, and I contest that statement wholeheartedly. This gun, in fact, has been nothing but accurate. With these basic iron sights, I've had no problems within 100 yards of hitting 3-inch clay pigeons within one shot and just moving from target to target, hitting them one right after the other, no problem at all. So within 100 yards, I highly recommend this gun. Beyond that, I have not tested it, so I can't comment on its accuracy. As an alternate to the AR-15 or a complement to the AR-15, I highly recommend this gun. As you're getting it as a complement to an AR, it shoots the same caliber, so ammo you already have. It's not banned. Just as accurate, like I said, within 100 yards. You're not going to be able to pull off 600-yard shots with this like you will in AR. It has high capacity mag capability. It's much lighter than an AR-15. Lots of accessories, not as much as the AR market, but it still has its fair share. You can do a folding stock or composite stock. It has, flash hiders you can add to the front, albeit not threaded, but kind of screw-on type. But there are accessories. You can change this hand guard here, a few other things, but there's availability for customization there with this rifle and this platform. Not ideal for a scope in my opinion, but a red dot is definitely the way to go. This particular rifle here is the regular version, not the ranch rifle. The ranch rifle, if you focus in on this area right here, comes with machined mounts for either scope rings or a type of bridge mount. But since this gun here is not the ranch rifle, to be able to put optics on it, go ahead, and I have purchased with it the B-square setup, which you can see there, and all you do is change out this plate that comes with the gun, which is this one that's not threaded with a hole, with this plate that is threaded, and then the B-square mounts to this, and then therefore you can add a rifle or a red dot. But for me, being a larger shooter, a scope just doesn't work. It comes too far back here, too close to my eye. But I feel a red dot would be optimal for this gun. It's such a quick acquisition and light shooting gun that you can easily move from target to target, and a red dot would just be ideal. But with that said, the iron sights that the gun comes with are quite capable of hitting, like I said, a 3-inch clay pigeon within 100 yards anywhere you can see the thing. So no problem in that regards. All around, this is a great gun. In fact, I resisted getting an AR-15 for over 15 years because I already owned this Mini 14, and I did not see the advantage of the AR platform over this gun. And eventually, I finally gave in to the AR-15 cult. But it was this gun that made it take decades to switch. Not that I switched, I guess I just added an AR. This gun here is very easy to hold and shoot. Very well balanced. Great accuracy in my opinion, like I said, within 100 yards, you know, maybe 200 at its max. Haven't tested that though. Great for beginners and great for younger shooters. Okay, like I said, this gun is excellent for younger shooters. In fact, my son, when he was 8 years old, got the lock there, he would hold the gun at the hip, shoot it, and walk it up to the target. Once he got to be about 11 and can hold it at the shoulder and was able to line up the sights, he was able to sight the gun and shoot it. Not intimidated by the size and the recoil of this gun, which the recoil is minimal. You're basically just feeling the mechanical function of this rotating bolt. That force right there is basically all you're feeling with every fire. You can hear it, but you don't see the gun jumping. Just a little kick. So it's not a lot of recoil compared to an AR, and not as violent as a shot, in my opinion. The gun's very well balanced, like I said. You know, you can hold it just like that. And, you know, you can't do that with any AR that I've held. You know, they tip one way or the other. You know, this one very well balanced, very easy to hold, very quick acquisition. Very, very easy gun to learn on when you step up to a high caliber rifle. And I'll show you now the B square to be able to attach this. It's very simple. Once we have that plate installed, line up the threads. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. There we go. No, still don't have it. There it is. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's on there. Now you have a rail. Turn it around this way so you can see in relation to the bolt the clearance here. Very simple. And you have a rail for scope or optic if you wish. And a side note on this B square setup versus the stock Ruger ranch rifle, this has much more clearance for bolt case ejection than the stock one. The stock one runs almost just right around here, so quite far underneath this part right here, quite a bit further underneath. And it has an extender right here. I don't know if you can get in and see that little part right there that extends and releases the bolt. It's stuck. There we go. And you can see this. So when I pull back, I push this on here. So the V square has this little additional extender. You can see right in here. You get into that part right there. So it's a pretty simple device that enables you to put an optic on this gun and pretty much almost changes it and makes it a tactical rifle. So in my opinion, this is an excellent alternative to the AR-15. Like I've said, 29 years of ownership, and I've had zero functionality issues with this gun. I've shot brass case, steel case ammo, no issues whatsoever, and I feel it's extremely accurate. With, like I said, within 100 yards. I haven't tested it beyond that. Easy to shoot for beginners, and just an all-around great gun. Even in today's market, roughly $900 for this stainless version, I still feel it's a great buy, and definitely a gun you should add to your collection. today, and I hope you enjoyed this video.